Alright, Maxi, thanks for joining us. Full time show today was Port 1, Thornton Hibs 3, concluding our pre-season campaign. How do you sum up the pre-season campaign as a whole?
As a whole, I think there's like probably every other team, every other manager would say, there have been really good moments. Unfortunately, we started a wee bit late, so we had to try and gel 18, 19 players in. So a couple of weeks of training, and probably teams were probably a couple of weeks ahead of us and probably a couple of friendlies ahead, but that was the decision we had to make to get the squad in and try to integrate them and get them. Obviously, it's only early days, but we've still got to try and get used to each other, and we've tried to piece the jigsaw together as well with all the new players we've brought in, try and get the best out of every player. The tournament last week we showed really good points. Wee bit unlucky and probably in the final game against Boness we found ourselves 3-0 down and probably were well in that game. A bit similar to today, to be honest. And then Easter House we popped the ball about really well and a wee bit more clinical, but again I just felt Tuesday night we could have passed the ball a wee bit better at times in that final decision. And we could have been a wee bit more clinical. Moving on to today, I thought first 30 minutes it was one-way traffic and should have been 2, maybe 3 up, and we weren't. Hit woodwork again. I think we hit woodwork twice a day, I think, didn't we? And I don't really think Thornton at that point really threatened us. And out the blue they score, and it's a bit of shock to everybody, because like I say, I thought up to that point we were really aggressive on the front foot, and just again we just probably final decision in the final third. We probably should have been, like I said, 2 or 3 goals up, but that was the theme of the day, just our final decision. And then we got ourselves back in the game with a penalty. Bob stopped at home, and you think we're going to kick again, and then we can't dip out of tackles in the wide areas, which we did, and the boys flashed that across and it's been bundled in. We found ourselves 2-1 down and probably scratching our heads how we are, but that's, again, it's football, just got to go on with it. And then the second half, I thought first 15 minutes were a wee bit slow to get into the games. A lot of games was stopped a lot of times with fouls and shot pulls and everything else, but we were only quite at it first 15, and probably 15 to the last minute until they get a third goal. It was just all us again, hit the woodwork again. I think the keepers had a great save, but probably at that point we're in the ascendancy and creating good opportunities, but again the amount of opportunities we created in that final cross or pass or decision wasn't quite there, just let us down. But there was some really good signs. I thought our press was good, I thought our energy, it didn't help losing Jake Sterling early as well. I think that sort of upset the rhythm a wee bit at that point, because I think he was quite pivotal in the first 30 minutes of what we were trying to do. Obviously we lost Marco last week where snapped his wrist, so he's had to have an operation, so we've still got 6 or 7 players unavailable as well for one reason or another, mostly injuries though. So we've not had our troubles to see so early on, which is disappointing for the players and disappointing for us, because like I say, we're trying to piece the jigsaw together and what's going to be best for us. So I know the season's up on us, but we're still trying to get together what's going to be their best setup.
Yeah, and you talked about the turnover we had of players and how it is to integrate them, but yeah, encouraged with the signs you've seen so far going into the Beef game next Saturday? Yeah,
like I say, we've picked up a couple of, the boys that got injured have been two really good prospects, and they were featuring highly what we're trying to do, but obviously now they're not going to be available, so and I don't think any injured players will be back. Jordan Lane will be back, which is a big plus for us, because I think he's instrumental in what we're trying to do. He'll come back in to the squad. Jamie Bain's a few weeks away as well. Lewis Watt on the pitch today, but I think he bummed after 15-20 minutes. So obviously been a car accident 4 weeks ago. So yeah, we're just we know that Beef is a different challenge. They'll come experienced squad. We've got a lot of boys that played at this league for a number of years, so you've got a lot of boys playing in this league for the first time. So again, I think the energy will be there. Endeavour, we just need to tidy up the quality, I think.
Right, that's brilliant. Thanks for your time, Maxi. Cheers.
Thanks.